Hey everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Battles. I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Hey, we got a good one coming up for you today. We got new store picks. That might be a hint to what we're doing right there. Chad has not tried these. I have had.
And
have you tried these?
They can't be seen in there.
Well, they will be once we pull them back.
Okay.
But you can tell that it's making them up.
Sure can, you know how?
Red wax.
It's a distinctive red wax top.
I love that red wax top. We'll be right back with you. Hey, thanks for making it this far. Tell everybody thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, we're going to get right into two new store picks. These are from SoBro Liquors. Did I say that right? Or SoBro Spirits?
It's SoBro Spirits.
SoBro Spirits. SoBro Spirits is located on the northeast side of Indianapolis.
What's it stand for?
You tell me, because I don't know.
South Broad Ripple.
South Broad Ripple. So if you're familiar with Broad Ripple, it'd be on the south of Broad Ripple.
It'd probably be a little southeast, but either way.
Yeah, you got to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
I got a microphone.
Okay. So SoBro Liquors, I don't know how many.
Spirits.
SoBro Spirits, I apologize, Lou, has, I can't even begin to tell you how many store picks right now. A dozen or more?
I'm sure.
Yeah. So we've been provided these by SoBro. Thank you very much for everybody over there. And we're going to get into these. Check this out. This is where SoBro is located. We'll put it up on the screen there. If you've got any questions, their website, you can find them on social media, Facebook and whatnot. Yeah. So you ready to get into these? Have you tried these before?
Nope.
So I have. So we're going to do these one at a time. Which one you want to start with? This one?
Whichever one.
So you can get your glass, bud. So this first one we want to talk about is Cornucopia. Well, I'll get a better picture of that and put it up on the screen. So this came out in May of 23. So it's been around for just a little while. 111 proof. From the picture I just put up, you can see the Stave profile. And while we're pouring these up, and we'll go through both of these, I got a question for you.
I'll do my best.
So this is news to you. I don't think we've discussed this yet. So how far along are you in the Stave and Thief Society?
A little further than I was the last time we talked.
Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with it, Stave and Thief Society is an educational experience that you can purchase online, do it online, go there, different things, get a tasting kit. And as of now, if you go to Stave and Thief Society and do the Executive Bourbon Steward course, which is what we're doing, and enter discount code BBB for Bourbon Battles Blind 15, you get 15% off. 5 times 15, I think, is 60.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right the first time? I've rehearsed. Just for finding.
That's like 5 times 15, 75, isn't it? I'm just saying. I'm not the smartest
It's
guy.
that much off. 15% off that course. That's a pretty good clip.
I think it's 75. I
think it's 75 as well. So it takes it down to a much more.
I thought you said you was good at math.
No, I said I'm not good. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Not a very good conversationalist if I said that either. So check that out. That is a pretty good hefty discount.
$75 off that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So check that out, and that'll let them know that Bourbon Battle sent you. So let's get into this first one. This is the Cornucopia at 111 proof.
Well, let's talk about what kind of staves it's finished in.
Let it rip, bud. I don't have my glasses.
Baked American pure seared French cuvee.
You gotta say that last.
Maker's 46, roasted French Mendiant, and toasted French spice.
How's that sound? Does that sound like a good combination to you?
Yeah, I mean they're all. That's the great thing about the Maker's private stores. They're all good. I mean,
So I was talking to Lou there that owns SoBro, and I said let's review for you guys. We're gonna start working with SoBro, reviewing a lot of their store picks, all their store picks
exclusively.
We'll see. So I was talking to Lou, and he said, "What do you want to start with?" I said, "Hey, look, let's start simple. Let's do your 2 Maker's Marks because I already know they're phenomenal. Have you ever had one you don't like?
Maybe one.
How many have you had? Not how many do you own? How many have you tasted? 800. Right. So if you're ever wondering, should I get a Maker's Mark store pick? The answer is probably yes. But if you go to SoBro, just tell me you want to taste it.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever buy one if you don't let you taste it.
Now there is one.
I have bought a few.
Oh,
but
that's delicious. Have you tasted it yet?
is it good?
You still sniffing on it?
No, I'm good sniffing on it.
So there's a Maker's Private Select out there right now, and at first I thought, oh, that's a silly one. Then the more I ran it through my head, I think I have to have it. There's one. The stave profile is 00000. No staves in it, which makes it a Maker's cast strength. Except for somebody thought enough of it to put it into the private barrel program. Have you ever seen one like that?
No, but I've seen one with 10
of
Maker's 46 stage,
which would be a private barrel Maker's 46 cast strength. Somebody thought enough. I assume, right? My mind says that makes you pull that barrel for a reason, right?
Sure.
What do you think of the nose on that? Candy-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I?
Brown sugary.
Yeah. Can I tell everybody a secret about whiskey?
Sure.
Pappy Van Winkle's impossible to find, right? Not impossible, nearly impossible.
Okay.
This stuff tastes better.
You're gonna get hate mail.
From who? Do you think death threats and stuff are coming?
Yeah.
Like people are going to cut letters out of newspapers and mail it to my post office box?
It'd be awesome. Bring minimal cipher on the show. Black light and everything.
Hey, look, we don't ever really talk about other channels, but we do sometimes.
You do.
Right. We talk about Fred Minnick sometimes.
No.
You don't even know who that is, but he wears a scarf. There's a whiskey channel, and I won't say who, right? Because that's not.
Does he sled a lot?
No, that never. Maybe he lives up north in like Minneapolis or something where there's a lot of snow.
I don't know.
Maybe just cold. Remember that video of you where you're freezing to death? Maybe he's like that all the time.
That would be awful.
Hey, we've got a Patreon member, Slammer. You've got that video. I need to get a hold of that. We won't put it on here. Never mind. Don't send it. So there's another channel. The guy reviews whiskey, right?
Okay.
Kind of like we do, but in his own way.
Okay.
But every once in a while, he stops and does a different show on the whiskey channel and talks about how the United States is going to lose World War III. Let's just stick to the whiskey. What do you say? So this is better than Pappy Van Winkle. Just to let you on a little surprise.
It's definitely comparable. I mean, they're both weed.
We both picked it over a lot. We both have picked Makers.
46 rating or 46 over 12 year. Lobby.
Yeah. And these private selects, Chad and I both have a certain affinity towards these. That's a fair statement, wouldn't you say? We like them pretty well. They're all very unique. So when you find one you like, go get an extra because you'll never see that. You're not likely to see that profile again.
I would put Maker's Cast Strength up against the 15 year for sure.
Guaranteed. What do you think of this one?
As far as a Maker's Private Select, it's what is this, the Cornucopia?
Cornucopia, correct.
I like it. I think that there is, and I don't know if it's the Mondiant or if it's the French spice at the end that I'm not the biggest fan of. However, it's still very drinkable.
So let me ask you this. This is what I would say. See if you agree. As far as Maker's Private Selects go, this is good, pretty middle of the road.
But it's a good one.
Pretty average. Now, as far as whiskey goes in general, it's very above average.
Yeah.
That fair statement?
Of course it is, but people don't like it when you talk about Maker's Mark being good because people don't like Maker's Mark.
Does it have a horse on it?
No, I don't even think it's that. I just think that, that people just don't like it for whatever reason.
So we talk about this all the time. What we think about store picks, right? That they are the unicorns you should be chasing.
Especially if it's a good store. I mean, if it's a really good store pick, yeah, you should go buy 2 or 3 bottles.
Now, this one here, I specifically saved for last. I think you're going to like it quite a bit better.
What is that one?
This one is, let me pour it so I don't spill. Again, from SoBro Spirits in South Broad
They
Ripple.
have these on their shelf right
They've
now.
got plenty of them right now. You go in there and get them. They're very reasonably priced.
You know what the price is on them?
It's right around that $70 mark, like you see most of them retail. So this one is Strawberry Shortcake number 2. Have you had number 1?
I have had number 1.
I believe I have number 1 as well. It's buried up there somewhere. We'll have to compare it.
Those are also Central Indiana. Is that a SoBro pick?
This is a SoBro exclusive pick. You can only buy this at SoBro Spirits. 4 baked American puree, 1 seared French cuvee, 2 French Mignon, and 3 French spice, which means nothing to me. It's got different wood in it. So this one is 108.6 proof, just a little bit south of what this one is, but just ever so slightly. I'll put a picture of that one up as well.
If you ever go to Makers and go in their private cellar, it's pretty interesting.
If I win the $1 billion lottery, we'll buy it. The cellar.
Go ahead.
This has a much better nose, in my opinion.
It's not as it doesn't you don't get as sharp ethanol on it. I don't think it smells as sweet as the first one.
It's certainly quite a bit different. It's got a different spice to it that I tend to like, and to me, it makes it a fairly unique Maker's Mark Private Select. And I like unique.
You don't say.
Do you know how you catch a unique rabbit?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
So the finish on that one is better.
What about the palate?
I think overall probably I prefer it over this one. Like I said, there's something at the end of the first one that I wasn't a real big fan of. It's not awful, but by any stretch of the imagination. But if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick that one.
100% me as well. But the good thing is, if you go to SoBro, you try them both and you pick, and then you should pick to leave the store with both.
You could pick that way, yeah.
And not only those,
I mean,
get an Uber and you can probably taste them all.
The great thing about SoBro, I'll tell you, is they do very interesting things, especially with whiskey allocations and just some other spirit allocations. I mean, they've been known to hide them just on
have a little fun with it.
Top shelf, 8 rows back of
in the
something.
wine,
yeah, or just whatever, and in my opinion, it is worth checking out. And if you are in the Indianapolis area, especially East Indianapolis, I say that it's there's a couple liquor stores right there together in that
corridor.
Yeah, but it's every time I'm in that area, I always stop in. So.
This is not my favorite private select I've ever had, but it is definitely above average in my opinion.
Yeah, I tend to be more towards the mocha staves, but
you can't get them no more, right?
You can if you were in the private select program years ago.
Yeah.
But for all the people that are new to the private select program, you cannot get mocha finished anymore.
So yeah, they're delicious. Yeah, you turned me onto that. I can't pick it out, but I know that every time I've bought one, I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see one that has that, because of what you said, I pick it up.
Even if I can't taste it. If you see one out on the shelf somewhere, you should definitely go after it because they've been doing it for a while. I mean, they've been participating in the private select program for a while.
Yeah. So,
and I'm sure eventually it'll all go away. I don't know if they had a problem, if it's harder to source the mocha staves. I don't know what the reasoning behind trading out with the Mondial is, but
these are two of the better store picks we've ever had on this show.
I like that one in particular.
Yeah, if you've got $70 to your name and you're gonna go out and buy one bottle of whiskey of anything in the world, you would not go wrong with that one. You all right, bud?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need.
I would think.
Need mouth to mouth, are you?
I hope not. If you do that, pour it blind for people. Why would you ever want to pour it blind? I suppose.
Well, I'll tell you why we do it.
Well, we didn't do it this time.
Well, not this time, but why we normally drink them blind is because we don't give a rat's ass what's on the label. We just like good whiskey. We're getting ready to film a blind one next.
Sometimes bad whiskey.
I like bad whiskey. I like all whiskey. Chad does not like all whiskey. I very rarely, unless it's heavy malted or smoked or peated, I pretty much like everything.
You don't like Lafroig?
That stuff sucks. Do you like it?
Not particularly.
Keep it up. You get a bottle for Christmas if you don't you choose your words properly. Hey.
Thanks, SoBro, for the samples.
And yeah, we're looking forward to doing this on a regular basis.
And my thought, like I said, my thought would be if you're around that area, you should stop in and check them out. I mean, they've got they've just got a ton of whiskey on the shelf, and they've got a great wine selection. I get emails every day about their wine selection, and sometimes about their bourbon. But
you like wine?
Some of it.
I like wine.
And they've got a pretty good beer selection too. And if they don't have it, they can work to try to get it for you.
You gonna drink the rest of
that? Maybe.
Okay, I hope so, because they'll pour it out.
Okay.
So check them out. We will have a video coming up soon where we'll get some footage of what's in stock, so you can start to see that as we work through what they have in stock. And we can only get them out as fast as we can get them out. We might ramp these up to 2 a week once we get what we need to do for samples. You're going to probably see us doing some videos from the back room at SoBro at some point. You've been back there.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's open. I think it's open probably now. Well, they have events there. I know.
Yeah, events. So yeah, we're very much looking forward to that. Thank you guys. Hey, drinking bourbon is supposed to be fun. Do it with your friends. If you can't do it blind, and try it before you buy it when it comes to store picks, and do it there. And what else? What am I missing?
Don't drink and drive.
Catch you next time.
Oh, if you drink, don't drive to the watermelon crawl.